Silas! Get whatever you want. You? Are you on the menu? You're so cute. Hello, and welcome to Let's Meet Tomorrow. This is the horror dating sim where your online best friend Silas flies over to visit you. But what starts as a wonderful day quickly turns into something terrifying when you realize that this Silas might have tricked you into believing he's something that he's not. Let's get started. This work of fiction was made in 24 hours. Any resemblance to actual events or persons is coincidental. Also remember, stranger danger. Choose your character's name. Yandere. Thank you. Enjoy the game. The street was busy today. Too busy. I stand by the bookstore fidgeting with the strap on my bag. Late afternoon light spills across the pavement, catching on metal railings and shop windows. People blur past me, some in pairs, others alone, faces half lit by the glow of their phones. I check mine for the fourth time in a minute, maybe fifth. The last message from this morning stares back at me. Silas. See you at 5. Can't wait. My stomach flips. I shouldn't be this nervous. It's just Silas. The same Silas who sends me dumb memes at night, complains about his job and listens when I spiral about my own crap. The one who confessed not too long ago that he hated how he looked in photos and how he never showed his face online because of it. I knew what his hair looked like though. Noah freshly dyed in pale blonde. He sent me a picture of it last week, his face hidden behind his phone. He also told me how I could spot him. He was supposed to wear an oversized purple hoodie and didn't forget to joke about how it made him look like a giant eggplant. Yeah, sure, meeting our online friend that we'd never seen the face of, nothing could go wrong, right? I take my eyes off my screen to scan the crowd again, my fingers twitching against my phone. We'd agreed to meet in front of the bookstore near his hotel. I thought it'd be fine. Simple. Just two people meeting after talking online for so long. And now standing here, I'm not so sure anymore. Would I be able to find him? And if I don't, would he recognize me? As if my thoughts were perfectly timed, I spot him in the crowd. A figure standing a little apart from the others, looking slightly lost. Like he's searching for something, or in that case, someone. A jolt of recognition hits me. I can't see his face yet, but his blonde hair. That must be him. Oh, he's so cute. I take a long breath that doesn't quite steady my heart, and start walking towards him, feeling the distance between us shrink with every step I make. He still doesn't notice me until I'm nearly right in front of him. Hey! He turns and our eyes meet. I freeze for a moment, searching his expression anxiously for any sign of the guy I'd spent so long talking to online. He smiles. A little awkwardly, but it's a smile that makes my chest tighten in a way that I wasn't prepared for. Silas?
Yeah, it's me.
He laughs softly, almost nervously. I feel an odd sense of relief, but at the same time something else flickers in my gut. It's probably just the nerves of meeting someone you used to chat with online in real life for the first time. I don't know about that. You look just like your online model. He looks down for a second, almost bashful.
You do too. But you already knew that, right?
I laugh awkwardly. It all feels so surreal. Maybe it's the years of seeing him as an anime profile, but his face almost doesn't fit. Not that I'm unhappy. It was shallow to be reassured by his face, but I know that I would have loved him anyway. He shifts on his feet, then glances around as if unsure where to start.
So, sorry I'm so nervous. My mind's just gone completely blank. Do you prefer if I call you by your name or your pseudonym?
You can use Uni. You made the effort to take a plane ticket to visit me. It wouldn't be right for you to keep calling me by my username.
Yeah, you're right. Hi, Uni. I'm really happy to see you.
Do you mind if I... He hesitates for a second, then opens his arms to invite me into a hug. A simple tentative gesture, like he's not sure if it's okay. What do? Hug him! Hug him! To hell with stranger danger! My heart stutters in my chest. God, I've pictured this moment so many times. How it might feel to actually hold him. To feel his real warmth instead of cold pixels. I step in, wrapping my arms around him before I can overthink it. He smells like cheap fabric softener and airport coffee. His hoodie is soft, swallowing him whole like he said it would. He lets out a tiny breath, almost a laugh as his arms close around me. Not too tight, just enough to make me feel great. Well, the kind of hug that you would fall into. I could stay like this forever. Or at least longer than what's probably socially acceptable for a first meeting. When we pull apart, I notice the flush on his cheeks. I clear my throat, desperate to cover up how warm my face feels. You're taller than I thought you'd be. He laughs. I sound so much better in person than it was ever through voice messages.
I get that a lot.
He shifts his weight, glancing around then back at me.
I should probably apologize in advance if I act a little weird. Long flight, weird sleep, adrenaline nerves and all that.
It's fine. Honestly, I'm just really glad you're here. His smile softens at that, and for a second it feels perfect. Like this was always meant to happen. I glance towards the bookstore window, catching the reflection of us standing together in the glass. Want to check out the store? The inside looks like something out of a vampire movie. His face lights up.
Oh yeah, seems cool, lead the way.
We're already deep in the narrow aisles of the bookstore. The dusty scent of old pages thick in the air. The two of us have been quietly shifting through the shelves, peeking at those retail overstock copies with half-torn stickers and faded covers, trying to spot anything decent for cheap. Silas crouches down by the lower shelf to pull out a paperback with a creased spine and a slightly battered cover. His eyes brighten a little as he holds it up.
Hey, have you read this one?
I glance over and immediately laugh. Seriously?
What?
Silas, I made you put that on your to-read list like 6 months ago. We had a whole conversation about it because I was obsessed and you said I was being dramatic. He blinks and grins, a little sheepishly.
Oh, so that's why it looked familiar.
Something is sus. Something is wrong. I suppose you forgot about it and then never read it.
What if I didn't?
I can't believe you. I'm never rambling about books with you again.
Oh, please do. I find it cute.
Sweet talker, promise me you'll read this one at least. It's really good.
Sure. I can even buy it now so I have an excuse to read on my flight back.
I watch him flip it over to check the back. I'm still grinning like an idiot because God, he's actually here hanging out at the bookstore with me. I was still having a hard time acknowledging that it was real. Yay! I want a review when you're done. I decide to tease, nudging him lightly with my shoulder. Though, I have to ask, are you sure you have space for it? You showed me how tiny your suitcase was. Like it's criminally small for a trip this long. He snorts a laugh, closing the book and holding it up like a prize.
Okay, fair. It's definitely a clown suitcase, but in the worst case, I'll keep the book in my hands on the flight back.
He looks at me, his grin softening just a little.
It's a nice souvenir to have of our time together anyways.
And just like that, my stomach flutters again. Since the moment I spot him in the crowd, it's been a whirlwind of emotions that I can hardly keep up with. Maybe I should take it as a sign and finally gather all my courage to tell him how I feel. And then, I hope you like the book.
If you liked it, I'm sure I will too.
By the time we step back out onto the street, the late afternoon glow has slightly cooled down. Silas has the book tucked under one arm, his fingers tapping absently against the cover as he glances over at me.
Hey, it's a bit early, but you wanna grab something to eat? I'm kinda starving.
Yeah, sure. Any place in mind? He hums low in his throat, squinting up the street like he's weighing his options.
What about milkshakes?
Sure, that sounds good.
Alrighty then, let's go.
I blink, surprised to see him start walking without checking his phone. Silas has never been here. How would he know which way to go? Even I didn't know where the store was. What the hell? I'll let it go this time. I decide not to ask. Instead, I fall into step beside him. The sound of our shoes scraping the pavement in unison, mingling with the faint chatter of the street. He glances down, then without saying a word, he casually holds his hand out, palm up between us. Like it's the most natural thing in the world. My chest tightens as I slip my hand into his. His fingers are warm, calloused in a way I didn't expect. His hand gently squeezes mine. His eyes stay fixed straight ahead, never meeting my gaze, but the faint smile curling at the corner of his mouth spoke on his behalf. The milkshake shop is small and bright. The kind of place that smells like syrup and sugar the second you step inside. Neon signs buzz softly above pastel-colored booths and the sunlight spills lazily across the floor through the big front windows. I slip off my jacket and bag, then settle into the booth across from Silas. Everything looks so good, not that expensive either.
This is a nice place. About to add it to my list of spots for future hangouts.
You have great taste, Silas. When I glance up, I catch him staring. His head tilted ever so slightly, eyes softening in a way that I couldn't have been prepared for. In the second our gazes meet, his cheeks flush, startled by the fact that I caught him in the act. He quickly looks away while rubbing his neck like he could erase the heat.
Yeah, order whatever you want.
You don't have to.
I want to, because it's you.
That's sweet, but I insist. Please.
I suggested the place, I'm paying. I'm not changing my mind, Yinny.
Silas.
Get whatever you want.
You? Are you on the menu? You're so cute. I bite back a laugh and let him win this time around. The waitress comes to our table.
So, what would you like to order?
I'll take a strawberry milkshake. A strawberry for me, please.
Same.
Oh, now you're imitating me. I just said you have good taste, Silas.
What can I say? You've got good taste too. What if I just wanted a strawberry flavored milkshake? Maybe I'm not a copycat. I just like pink.
His tone is playful, clearly teasing me, but the warmth in his gaze makes my heart skip a beat. The milkshakes arrive faster than I expected. A tall glass, thick and pastel pink with a generous swirl of whipped cream.
Here you go, this one's yours and this one's mine. Though there really isn't any difference. Hold on, I should get a ruler to check.
I chuckle and thank him, fiddling with the straw. A few minutes slip by as we let quiet linger, trading sparse and weightless words. Then, his phone vibrates against the table. As Silas's gaze drops to the screen, a frown appears instantly on his face. He stands up, scraping the chair loudly against the floor.
Sorry. Give me a second. I'm gonna take this.
He's already moving before I can say anything. Seizing the moment when I'm sure he can no longer see me, I quickly get up from my seat. I head over to the counter and ask to pay for both drinks in advance. As I pocket the receipt, I notice him turn around. His face drops. It takes him barely a second to scan the cafe, eyes darting from table to table. His whole posture stiffens. Shoulders rigid, jaw clenched. Seeing him getting this anxious made me feel a stab of guilt. I hurry towards him and reach out to tap his shoulder. Hey!
Ninny!
He flinches slightly, then his expression breaks, all that tension unraveling like it never existed.
God.
He lets out a breathy laugh.
Sorry. I just thought you'd left the place.
What? Why would I do that? We're hanging out.
I thought I made things awkward and you'd escape by the back door.
I blinked, surprised, then let out a nervous laugh. No, I'm having a good time, don't worry.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I overthink sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. We head back to the table together. The milkshakes have gone a little soft, but still tasted sweet when I finally took a sip. The conversation picks up again, lighter this time. The cafe starts to empty out. Outside, the daylight is finally dimming. I glance at Silas.
Are you okay?
I hesitate, then shrug, trying to play it casual. Yeah, just kinda bummed it's getting late, I guess. His expression softens immediately.
Hey.
He slightly leans forward, resting his elbows on the table. I force a smile. I let out a slow breath. Yeah, I like that. Silas watches me for a second, then stands up stretching.
Come on.
What?
We're going.
Where?
Let's walk back to the bookstore. It's nice outside. We might as well take a stroll rather than sitting here until they kick us out.
Yeah, okay. I grab my stuff and together we slip back out into the fading evening light. The streets settle into a hush. Bustle of the day settling into something quieter. The kind of hour where everything feels a little soft, a little easier to say. Not that I'll actually say it. Not yet. But I'll walk beside him in silence for a little while longer. We made it back to the bookstore. But the place feels completely different now. The glow of the street lamps washes the storefront in a tired yellow light. The big display window is dark. A handwritten closed sign hung slightly crooked against the glass. I linger there awkwardly, wishing I could rewind the day. Do it over and stretch it out a little longer. Silas seems to hesitate too, glancing at the store like he's waiting for something, but there's nothing left to wait for. A hollow feeling settles in my chest at the sight. I don't want this to be it. Not after everything. Not when the weight of the day still feels like it's still hanging in the air between us.
So, same place, same time tomorrow.
He tries to sound casual, but there's a stiffness to his voice, and something in me just snaps. I step forward quickly, catching his hands in mine before I can talk myself out of it. My fingers grip his a little too tight, but I'm too nervous to care. Wait, I really like spending the day with you. His expression softens instantly. And not just today. All those days we talked online, the stupid late night conversations, weird memes, random book rants. I laugh awkwardly. I don't know. It felt like we had something. And today kind of made me realize I like you, Silas. I've liked you for a while now. Silas blinks at me stunned. Then he steps in and kisses me. Yeah, woo! Yippee! It's soft at first, a little hesitant. But then his hand lifts to cup my cheek. My face cheeks or my butt cheeks. Everything else falls away. When we pull apart, Silas's face is a little pink, his smile lopsided.
I really like you too. Today's been one of the best days I've had in years. For a while there, I forgot about everything. I didn't think I'd get to have something like this again.
There's something in his voice that makes my throat tighten. Do you wanna stay at my place tonight? Whoa. I mean, please come to my place tonight.
Yeah, I like that.
We stay there for a second longer, just standing in the quiet glow of the streetlights, hands still tangled. You know, I wasn't sure you'd even show up today.
What? Why?
I don't know. I just kept thinking maybe you decided it wasn't worth it. That meeting me in person would be disappointing or weird, or I trail off. I've been nervous about today for weeks, but it's not because I didn't want to meet you. I was scared you'd think I was weird or unlikable or something. He laughed softly.
If you're weird, then I don't know what I am. I'm glad I came. Really, really glad, Yinny.
Yeah, I'm glad you came too. I hope you can come in a different way when we're back at my place. Anyways, we keep back on walking, slower now. When we reach my place, we both hesitate at the bottom of the steps.
So, this is your place?
Yep, not that far from your hotel. At least you can go back if you need something.
I hope I won't have to go back.
As I push the door open, I wave towards the mess scattered around. Find the clothes everywhere. I didn't expect you to come here tonight. I would have cleaned though.
It's alright, I'm pretty messy myself.
I take off my jacket by the door. Oh, by the way, my cat might be hidden in my bedroom if you want to see her.
Oh, can I check on her?
Sure, second door. After the bathroom. Silas heads towards the bedroom while I step into the living room. I hear the faint creak of the bedroom door followed by a curious meow. Making sure nothing's lying around, I spot my laptop on the coffee table. I hadn't checked it all day, so I move over to open it. A flood of notifications hit me. Almost 40 unread messages, all from Silas. What? My heart skips a beat. I quickly click on the first one.
Hey, where are you? I'm getting worried.
Another message pops up, then another, all from Silas. The messages shift from lighthearted to urgent. Something strange.
Why aren't you responding? I'm starting to think something's wrong. Please, tell me you're alright. I'm sorry my flight got cancelled. I hope you didn't wait long. I don't have much Wi-Fi, but message me soon. Yinny?
A weird, uneasy feeling twists in my stomach. Why would he have sent me so many messages? That's not Silas. In our house. I hear the bedroom door open again.
She's cute. I think she likes me.
She is cute. Put my cat down. Leave. I stare at my laptop. The last message from Silas on the screen.
Something going on?
I quickly shut the laptop. Sorry, work mail just came in. Kind of ruined the mood. I should answer it now because it's urgent. Do you mind? You can wait in the bedroom if you want. Silas looks a little puzzled but nods, carrying the cat back. I scrutinize him as he walks away. The moment the bedroom door clicks shut, I waste no time opening the laptop. My hands trembling, I type a message to Silas. I just saw your messages. Why so many? What's going on? Almost instantly, a notification pops up.
Sorry I wasn't there to answer you. I'm trying to get a flight tomorrow. Sorry if I made you worry.
I read the message over and over. It doesn't make sense. He wasn't here. He couldn't have been. Then who was with me? I freeze. The bedroom door creaks open again, slower this time. A low meow breaks the silence. A calm, deep hum follows. Dread twists in my chest. There is a stranger in my house. Hell, a stranger has been lying to me all day. Who is that? The soft sound of the cat purring sends a chill through me. It's too calm, too normal. It feels wrong. My body tenses and anxiety shoots through me like a wave. I can hear the man, whoever he is, cooing at my cat, making her purr even louder, but I can't seem to make myself move. My body won't obey me. My legs feel as if they're chained to the couch. My pulse thrums in my ear, but all I can do is sit there. My phone buzzes on the coffee table, but I don't dare look away from the bedroom door. Not yet. Afraid to even blink. My mind is racing through every possible scenario. The laptop screen is still open in front of me. The message from the real Silas, who seemingly went offline. Then, as if in a trance, I feel my hand slowly reach for my phone on the coffee table. My fingertips graze it, but I hesitate. The weight of the decision is suffocating and my mind spins in circles. What do I do? Play along? Get out and call the cops? Confront the man? Play along? I don't know what broke inside me, but something did. Maybe it was the terror. Maybe it was the exhaustion. Maybe I just wanted this to not be true. I closed my eyes, sucking in a shaky breath, and pushed the laptop screen shut. It was probably just a prank. Or a misunderstanding. Maybe someone stole his phone. Yeah, people do that. I laughed. A brittle, hollow sound. This was Silas. At least, this was my boyfriend. I mean, look at him. He was playing with my cat. What kind of monster would do that? I stood up, smoothing out my clothes like I was about to have a normal night, and walked to the bedroom door. Everything okay in there?
Yeah, your cat's adorable.
Thanks. Do you need anything?
Outside of your lovely presence, nothing.
Alright then. That night, we watched a movie. We laughed. We ordered food. I ignored the cold way his eyes would sometimes linger on me, like he was waiting for me to catch on. I never asked who he was. We didn't sleep together, but by the morning, he was gone. Ending 3. Delusion. That's terrifying. That's so scary. Okay, let's go back and choose one of the other ones. Confront the man. Maybe it was adrenaline, or maybe it was a death wish disguised as courage. Either way, I stood up. My legs felt like they were made of glass. Each step towards the bedroom door was sharp and fragile. My hand hovered over the handle, shaking. The air felt heavier near the threshold. like it was thick with something I wasn't supposed to breathe. And yet, I turned the knob. The door creaked open. He was crouched on the floor, scratching my cat behind her ears, a gentle smile on his lips. But when he looked up at me, when our eyes met, everything changed. Oh my god, that is terrifying. That is horrifying. Never in my life had I seen someone shift so completely, so instantly. The warmth was gone. The easy laughter, the harmless nervousness from earlier gone, vanished like a breath on a mirror. It was like watching someone drop a mask. It didn't just fall. It shattered against you. Suddenly you're staring at something that's known you just enough to make your skin crawl. What replaced it wasn't even human. I don't know who he was, but I know he didn't intend for me to find out. For a split second, neither of us moved. Then he smiled. Not the smile from the cafe, or when we talked about books. Not the one he had when he told me that he loved me too. Something else. Something sinister and deprived of any ounce of humanity. Ending one. Fear. Oh, that is the worst. That's so scary. Okay, get out and call the cops, but what about my cat? The logical part of my brain clawed its way back to the surface. Move. Now! My fingers wrapped around my phone, clumsy and cold. I didn't even think about the charger still plugged in or the shoes abandoned near the door. My body just moved, driven by pure survival. I bolted to the front door, my heart beat a deafening drum in my ears. I didn't care if he heard. I didn't care if he followed. I needed to get out. I flung the door open, almost tripping over the threshold, the hallway beyond stretching out like a lifeline. I sprinted down the corridor, dialing emergency services with shaking hands. I kept looking back over my shoulder, my breath choked by the anxiety flooding every part of my body, half expecting to see him standing there, smiling. But the door to my apartment remained closed. I didn't stop until I was out on the street. Lungs burning, the night air cutting into my skin, the phone connected to the police, my voice cracking as I gave my address. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember when the officers arrived, nor what I did while waiting for them. I just remember that when I went back up with the cops, my cat was still there, with a note left on top of my open laptop. I had a great time today. Loved Uni. I truly did. But please, don't bring strangers home. Ending 2. Escape. Okay, before we end, I also want to check out what happens if you pick the other choices. So what happens if we don't hug him? My heart skips, catching somewhere between my ribs. God, I really want to hug him. I really do. But the knot of nerves in my stomach wins out. I offer a sheepish smile instead, tucking my hands into the pocket of my jacket. Sorry, I'm not great with hugs. His arms drop immediately, and for a second something flickers across his face. It didn't seem like he was hurt by my answer, but more surprised. But it was gone in an instant, replaced with an easy, understanding grin. No worries, I get that. It shouldn't make me this flustered, but it does. I glanced down, fiddling with the strap of my bag once again. You're taller than I thought you'd be. Okay, so it's not that bad of a reaction. What about the next one where you ask him about why he's just walking in the direction? Ask how he knows. How do you even know where the shop is? You haven't checked your phone once. I checked it out this morning, actually. Kinda craved something sweet after the flight, so I looked up spots near the hotel while waiting for my room key. Figured I'd remember the way. Lucky for us. I noticed he's walking a little slower than before. Not lagging, just matching my pace. Careful and considerate. It's subtle, but it makes my stomach do that stupid little flutter thing again. And neither of us says anything about it as we head down the street. Or he's just making sure you stay with him and don't run away. That's all the alternate choices. That was pretty interesting though. I think it's nice to have those options that give a little bit of foreshadowing just before the endings as well. That was cool. Messed up. That was so good. What a good twist. Oh my god. Oh, I adore that. It's such a good story in such a short game as well. Like the art was cute, the writing was great. The whole, even like the sound design was good. This was so amazing. I'm always so impressed when people are able to encapsulate such a good narrative arc and such good tension in such a short game. Like the build-up was done perfectly. Everything was just like the perfect length. I love this game so much. This was really good. Like honestly, originally I thought he was just gonna go obsessive and weird, you know, like typical yandere stuff. But I did not imagine that it was going to be someone who tended to be him in some like sick game. That's messed up in such an entertainingly good way. I'm in so much awe. This was so good. I hope you guys liked this as much as I did. And if you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos I post. And also if you want exclusive content from me, such as exclusive playthroughs, uncut reactions to spicy scenes, spicy other day draw, and also sneak peeks of games that I am currently making, or if you simply just want to support the channel, feel free to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description box below. But thank you so much for such a wonderful experience, and until next time, take care.